Hello Earth, where were we? I think here, just figuring out this bug with the references. Yeah, so if I just comment this out, it just fails before, of course. Okay, so I need to understand why the references are broken now. That's a big surprise to me, honestly. Did the first one of this? Yeah, it's this one. So, what's going on here in this test? Well, I'm just having a bad feeling about this because it means that I broke the reference mechanism. I cannot for the life of me figure out how I could have broken that, which is like basically somewhere else completely. Oh. No, it is broken, alright. Look at this. I have the dialog, whatever. I'm starting to look at something. This is how you always have to look at the data. These ads here are weird because we would expect them to be resolved. Like this would have to get expanded to something else. So maybe that's what's breaking it. It's just an inkling, but let's give it a shot. If I mean, we can go from the outside in, right? Yeah, okay, so we are getting closer here. So if this add was instead something like call, well, it will break the test. But let's say we do it like this. Omitted. The order, right? Look at this. It's not the call, but we have these ads here at the end. How is that breaking things? Actually, let's change that again. Respond, cell.respond. So let me actually, I just was too hasty as usual. So omitted. Let me just comment out this test. Keep dialog. Sorry, dialog. Yeah, so if I, let's say, just leave the from and the to, and I comment this out, are the tests passing? Yeah. And if I just do it like this, no, it breaks with the equal. Interesting. And if I, wait, did I do the equal? No, this is the at. If I do with the at, it breaks, right? If I do the remove the at and the equal, it works. And if I do just the equal, like everything but the at, it also works. So it's really this one that messes it up. Why? And if I change this to double ads, just to so to speak, it also breaks because I'm setting well, this is interesting. Debug get, I think we have too many debugs. We need to just so we have the call. We know we're calling get here, so that bug we got rid of. We have call and respond. Just another one here. Ah no, this is just a multi-line one. Sorry, my bad. What's wrong with this? I noticed something interesting. It's like this. The refu is not appearing at all. Why is it not appearing? Let's see if there's an error here. There shouldn't be. No. I think I know what's going on here. Actually, the idea is that suddenly the value is the same, so it stops. But that's weird, because it should not stop. I'm doing it for every... When is the return true. That's the one. Why do we have the return true here? Returning true is a way to stop the outer loop. Yeah, but what happens? Because you change... here it changes something. It's... what am I changing here? So it does its thing here, but then it doesn't keep on going. If I did this, it would take forever, but it would actually work. Right? Oh la la, that's very slow. Why is it so slow? Do I need to recalculate things? The thing with this true is that it's stopping everything. I'm setting things, but yeah, setting the dialog with the at to an equal. I'm not sure about this thing I did here, because when I call cell.respond on each of the paths, yeah, if there's two independent things, I cannot stop at the first one. That's the problem. I'm setting something and then setting something else, and one is not changing the other, because so far all the things are depending on each other. But the moment you have two things that don't depend on each other, then we have an issue, right? Because this cell.respond calls cell.put. So who calls cell.respond? The only one that calls cell.respond is put. So put calls cell.respond, but then cell.respond might need to call cell.put again, right? Not directly, but indirectly. For example, cell.do calls cell.put. So I cannot stop at the first recursive call. Is there a way out of this without having to track dependencies? I wonder. Because this is gonna break. Even if I change the dialog, this is gonna break. It's absolutely gonna break if I just put two different things. And I can actually prove it to you with this return true that I was so happy about. So let's say I do this now it's gonna work. So let's do another test, which is ref foo. So I'm putting something like a to let's see what I get. See, it should be 20, but it's 10 here. Yeah, it's independent things. It makes it stop too early. Oof, this is a big refactor right here. Wait, this is correct. Sorry, I jumped the gun. Wait a minute. So there is working. Why is it not working when I do the other thing, when I uncomment it? Ah, it's not the 10 one, it's the 21, right? It's fading one. Yeah, it's this one. Yes, that one. It's this one that's breaking. If I do this, and if I uncomment the other one, no, sorry. I guess sometimes working on the same file, I can understand why people don't like it. Look at that. A stayed at 10. It should have been, sorry, it's supposed to be 20, right? Yeah, sorry, my bad. Oh, wait. It's not even registering this call. Look at that, right? No, it's the other way around, sorry. Here, right? It's 20 and 30. No, it's not that one. It's the one that says ref full. Why is it failing? I don't get it. My expected is this one. This is driving me nuts. Why is it not picking up the correct expected? This is just a failure of the tests, right? Okay, I'm losing it. Okay, I need, if I set this, I'm an idiot. It's this one here, of course. So I wasn't able to replicate the bug. But what I can see is that if I have an add there, if I add the dialog again, it's going to break things. That's very strange, right? I think it's mighty strange. And if the message would be so it breaks, but if I make it both, if I eliminate both adds, then it works. So any add in the dialog is going to break things because of this return true. When if there's an add that's not supposed to be expanded, those of the dialog. The return true at the end of to avoid calling cell.put over and over, though not infinitely, stops the thing. I wonder if it's just having a reference to nothing that does it. So if I had a reference to nothing, what if this A1 did let's just do yeah, I broke it there. Wait, no, I didn't break it because I didn't set it to 20. Silly. What's wrong? Of course, this is wrong. No, it still works. Yeah, this one goes away, this one goes away. Okay, did I finally break it here? Yeah, no, I didn't break it. It was just I didn't break it, but there's a bug still. If I put something with an add there, it stops the iteration. Why does it do that? It's this about to put, right? Yeah, but now it's working. So now let's just do this. So it puts p dialog 1 equals to an empty value. If I do this, it's the same, right? Yeah, it's the add on top of the other one. has to be call and response here. Really. Whoops, why did I close it? Ah! And the message, if it's just an at, maybe we should not register the ads. No, we need to register them, but they're just, you know what I could do? I could not expand the dialog at all, right? That's a much better idea. Yeah, that's a much better idea. Don't expand the dialog. Because let's say you have a response, right? You also want the response to be static. You don't want the response to mutate. Oh, that's a very interesting discovery. I was getting annoyed about this, but that's actually a very good point. Should dialog, new spelling, should not expand. It should remain as is. It should be literal, right? I think so. Yeah. Let's just change the record. This is really good though. Yeah. The cell.respond. Mode cell. Okay. Wow, it takes so much longer now to run the test. The performance is horrible, even for my standards. Wow, okay. It takes a lot of faith to get something like this off the ground, eh? Let me tell you that. But now we do have the dialog there. No, wait, what did I do? What is your problem? At, okay. Ah, the equal, sorry. Where are you? Yeah, here. All right. So now we have a put. Good. I'm not not doing anything with the end time, right? I'm not, and I should. Start time minus end time. Actually, we can just do it here. Why is it not failing the test now? Of course. Okay. So cell call, I remember, is it annotated? In moments like this, I wish it's not. Yes, it's not annotated. Yeah. So I had to annotate it now. Ready. Bad dog. Bad dog. Okay, at least let's do this. Do at put, of course, and then reference to anything. It's notable how in our pure model we never put anything, but we can have that as well. We could still have a put inside a do, but you still need to be able to write stuff, right? And that's part of the what a Turing machine does, for sure. Okay, well, we narrowly averted annotating cell call, but we are not going to narrowly avert annotating cell put because we changed things. Well, it's just the dialog, right? Really, am I going to get away with it? Yes. Yeah, those are the tests already. Man, this guy. And I did it here already. Boom. And it only takes, wait, sorry, I forgot about the milliseconds. Omitted. Pam 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 pam. Slow, but it works. We need to appreciate what we have. Be thankful for what you've got. So yeah, this is correct. This is also correct. So if I go back to the last episode, we have time and ID. Actually, time is better than MS. Let's just do time. Like MS is like what? Milliseconds. Oh yeah, just time or delay, length. What is it? Because you have the no. Let's stick with MS. It's a good unit of measurement for this type of thing. Yeah, and if you say time, it's like you have to say the unit, whereas here the unit is basically there. Basically, no, it is there. The multi-put and the push will be later. Actually, why am I changing things from the previous episode? Later. For later. Now, look at that. Done. Well, now I have to test it with the server, right? Yeah, so it's not really done. So now I need to go back to this. Okay, so let's test what we have. What did I break? 145. Wow, yeah. No. Why is it like that? No, it's not like that at all. It's from user to cell, right? It's just hard-coded. But I like this. I like that the language has its own top level. The top level is not just for a console, it's for everything. I like that. I really do. Okay, the dialog, yeah, because it used to be oh, that's gonna break everything. You know what? Well, maybe yeah, but it's not gonna be enough because I need the spaces. Oh, it's gonna be a mess. Okay, I'm gonna do something a bit sad but necessary. Yeah. Do Okay. We're in business again. Okay. Okay. If I look at it, and I have the milliseconds for each of these. I have the dates. Okay, we're really starting to get somewhere. Okay, now we need to make the upload. So inputs name, email type. Yeah. Okay, name, email, base64 and data. Good. And what it needs to do is what? So do I call this from the top level, or does this call the top level? That's an interesting one, that the language itself calls the top level with cell call. No, but then it's going to be a mess, right? Because then you will have multiple entries in the dialog. We don't want that, we just want one. No. But then do we want to call to upload the top level from cell.respond, or should that function call cell call? No, the latter is backwards, because why is it backwards? We'll have multiple entries in the dialog with one real outside call. So we need to call arbitrary calls from the outside. So it's not even about I don't know what I was going to say, but I want to say something else. I want to say that I want to call at upload file and all that stuff, and this should really map to cell upload. Those are like native mappings, so to speak. We did have the native calls somewhere, yeah, and we had the logic for the native calls. So we could do it here, upload. Stripper, yeah. It feels like so long ago that I did this stuff. I guess when you just work on this in the evenings, and some weeks are tough, it really feels like you're stretching time. So I could do something like this. If call is upload, let's see what happens, right? And then you just call upload with your base64 would be the data. Salt. For now, let's just assume that we always have this. The base64 is the original stuff, right? Which we have in RQ body file. You have the name of the file. The metadata is something else, right? Yeah, it's definitely the metadata. So I want to do something like this. We want to do add do. It will be something like this, right? Add do m skip this song. And then it would be honestly, I don't even need the format. I have the meme type, right? Yeah. Bam, bam. The truth. Do we have an ID? Actually, we don't need an ID, do we? No, but we need to save it. But we can just look at the dialog entry and the ID. Not so sure about that. Things to figure out. Do we generate an ID for the file if we save it somewhere else, or do we just keep it in the dialog? No, it has to go to file space, right? Okay, so we need to generate an ID. So what I want to do here is this, and then it's like this, right? Yeah. I need to put, this is so awkward to write in JavaScript, add put, I need to put it would be, P would be the metadata name, and the V would be, and how do I reference the file? It would be like files data, but how do you know where the file is? Ah, I know. It would be in add files name. Yeah. You can use the name of the file and be done. Right? And then data. Yes. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop while I'm feeling good, which is not always the case. This has to close here. Look at this mess. I love it. I think this is a good moment to stop. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.